Okay, so like a while back, I was thinking about doing a question and answer video, and I'm like, didn't end up doing that. I guess I asked the first time, and I got four questions overall, so I'll answer those 4 questions, and then just find other questions off the internet that I feel comfortable sharing. So let's get right into this video. So question number 1, and I know who asked this question. It's kind of obvious. She said, "Who's your favorite sister?" And I'm like, because I have 2 sisters. So I guess I don't have a favorite sister. I am closer to one of the sisters in age, but overall, I think we're all close in age, if you actually think about it. But I like both of my sisters. And another question that I got from someone else is, do you like having a lot of siblings? I have 3 siblings total. 3. And I do. Because I couldn't picture myself being an only child if I was an only child. So I like having people around, even if they're not around. Even if they're not around, like if they're off at school or something, or off doing other things, like now when we're older. So the next 2 questions I have that someone asked me, I forget who, but like, are you a picky eater? And so, are you a picky eater? No, I'm not. I am not a picky eater. I like to try. If I haven't tried a food, I'll at least try it before I say I don't like it. And there's some foods that I just can't stand. Like, I've tried them before, I just can't stand them. Like pears. Absolutely not. They're too sweet. I don't like pears. End of story. But I don't like spicy food. I don't like my mouth get all spicy. I don't like that feeling. That feeling's disgusting. I can't do spicy food, but overall, I'm not a picky eater. Most things I will like, and if I don't like them, I will not eat them ever again. And the next question I have that someone asked me, and this is the last question that someone asked me, am I an early bird or a night bird, owl, something like that? Am I an early bird or a night owl? And when I was like younger, like when I was like in my teenage years, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed like at 10:30, 11, and that's it. Now I tend to stay up a little bit later, but again, it depends on how tired I am. I usually, now since I don't need to get up in the morning, I mean, there's times I do need to get up in the morning, but the other times I don't need to get up in the morning, I won't set an alarm, and I'll just wake up when my body wants me to wake up. So that could be 10. Like this morning, I woke up at 10 because I didn't have an alarm set. I didn't have any plans this morning. Compared to when I do have plans for something, I'll usually, like tomorrow, I have to be up by 8. So I'm gonna get up I'm probably gonna set my alarm for 8. And then in the past, I hate setting alarms. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate setting alarms because it scares me. Because I fall asleep, set the alarm, forget I set it, and then I wake up. I'm so tired in the morning, so groggy. And now I'm going to go look up some other questions online, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, I think I've mentioned this in some other videos, but I'm not sure. So, like, why do you want to, the general questions, like, why did you want to start a channel? Why do you want to start a channel? Like, why do you want to YouTube or something? Whatever that question is. For me, I just wanted to, I needed a new hobby. In, what do you call it? When the quarantine all started, it drove me nuts. We were playing games as a family, we were home as a family. I just needed something else to do. So I think for me, I like back on things later. And then I started watching, like, I do have like favorite YouTubers, which I mentioned in a different video. Some of them I mentioned in a different video, and they're like, I mean, I've never really watched YouTube until I started making YouTube channels, so that's why I tend to follow people or families or whoever, like vloggers or stuff like that, and I just enjoy watching those type of videos. Okay, so here's another question. Are you left-handed or right-handed? I am left-handed. I grew up I guess like some people like it's like people ask, like they're so surprised when they find out I'm left-handed, because usually like if I was in school, like usually in school people like, oh, would taking notes on a percentage or anything, but most people I know are right-handed, like righties. But there's quite a lot of people I know who are lefties, and I get really excited when I find out they're a lefty, because I'm like, I'm a lefty too. I can't hold a fork or anything with my right. I mean, I could, like, if I had to drink something, I can hold the cup and drink it with my right hand, pick it up with my right hand. But if it's writing based or coloring or whatever, I can't pick up the pencil and do it with my handwriting looks like a preschooler's handwriting when I try to write with my right hand. I can't even hold a pencil correctly with my right hand. But on my side, okay, out of my family as a whole, there's like 3 of us, to my knowledge, just 3 of us that are lefties, and 1 is my brother. How tall am I? This is another one. I've been finding all these off of the internet too. That's why I keep stopping the video. So how tall I am 5, like in between. I think 5'2" and something, because I think I'm 5'3". So I'm just gonna say I'm 5'3". My shoe size. I have very small feet. I think I've always had small feet. I mean, obviously, when you're a kid, your feet grows and grows and grows. My foot stopped growing at 7.5, which is perfect. I like my size of my feet. Or I have watched Once Upon a Time till like season 3, or part of season 3. Then I started getting like, it wasn't getting interesting anymore, so I stopped watching it. But I watched at least 3 seasons of that, and I really liked it. I watched, obviously, it's been a while, but I've watched every episode of The Office out of order. That's one thing I like about The Office, is you can watch it out of order, and it doesn't matter where you fall into the line, compared to other shows that it makes sense, obviously, if you watch it in order. The Good Place, also on Netflix. All these shows are on Netflix. I watched seasons 1, 2, and 3 a while ago, and then just recently, I mean, I think the 4th season's been out for a while. I just found out there was a 4th season when it said new episodes of The Good Place on Netflix. So I just finished recently watching through those. And then I watched Anne with an E. I had no idea what that show was going to be like. There is 3 seasons currently on Netflix. And it's about a orphan who comes into a family and wants to do she wants to prove herself that she can do things that boys do and stuff like that. So I like watching the film 2007 or something, but the show itself takes place in like the 1800s. The storyline takes, and I found that pretty cool. Because I never watched an older show before. A show. I never watched a show that took place that far back. So I like that. So and then it's called The 100 Humans, and I like, what is this? And I thought, so the first episode I saw, I watched all the way through. The first episode I saw, it's like, this is crazy. They're like doing things, they like signed up for this, and they do experiments and stuff like that. And I thought it was like a one episode thing with 100 humans, but I realized once I got to episode like 3 or something, I'm like, oh, these are the same humans, but from like 20s to like in their 60s and 70s. Like age range is everybody, which is fine. I was like, this is such a fun show to watch. But those are my main shows that I liked. And then like get to know you question, I guess. I don't know. It's like, what's your favorite animal? It depends. It depends how you're asking it. Meaning, like, obviously my favorite animals are dogs. They're super sweet. I love them. Love Winston. Amazing. But if you rephrase that question in ways like, what's your favorite like wild animal? It's completely different. Like a zoo animal, whatever you want to call it. But my favorite wild animal has to be monkeys, warthogs. I liked baboons until I found out baboons are really, really mean. So I don't like baboons anymore. Because we went to this Africa safari trip. Amazing. Elephants are super sweet too. So I really don't have, monkeys are top of the list of favorite wild animals. Like 2 summers ago, not this past summer, but the summer of 2019. So yeah, I liked a lot of animals. I learned to like animals. I know what animals that I don't like. Because obviously seeing any type of animal in the wild is amazing. Would highly recommend going on a safari in Africa, but it's also terrifying. Elephants are adorable, but if you run into an angry elephant, male or female, which we did, we ran into an angry male elephant, was the leader of the pack, and he was like obviously trying to cross the street to be with the rest of the family, but he was taking too long, so he was basically telling us, it's like, get out of my way. So that was scary. She was protecting her baby, and obviously, it's like, mom, I said it was like a warning, like, hey, don't get any closer or else type of noise. And oh my gosh, I thought they were adorable until they were mean, meaning they get up right close to you on they won't give you any space, which is terrifying. And they like they tore up our deck, like the furniture on the deck. They made a whole mess on the deck of one of the places we were staying at, but in hut form, I guess. So I'm like, dang, I don't like you, baboons. Baboons are mean. Baboons, absolutely not. So yeah. So I'm gonna leave that here. Thanks for watching this video. This video is very rushed. I need to get things off my mind, so I'm like, cool, I'll just film another video.